have made it to Pebbly Beach campground. There's so many kangaroos here, it's crazy. This one actually has a little baby in it. Cook some dinner, set up a fire and chill out. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So it's another adventure of me, you and the cruiser, and I am currently in New South Wales at the moment. I have been slowly making my way down south each episode and we are going to continue to do that today. So first off, we are going to check out a few different waterfalls. I've found 3 that are roughly around the same area. They're probably about 10 kilometers away from each other, and the first one is just a very short walk. So let's go check out Fitzroy Falls. I kept driving to go towards the next location, but there's no service out here at all. So I was just sort of zooming in on the map and I was so confused why it said we'll pass the next one. So I pulled over to have a look at the view and I've just seen the waterfall. I thought I'd drive a little bit closer to the waterfall. So this is the river that flows over the top. So we'll get the drone up here. It is actually quite windy today. It was all right at the last one, but I think it's picked up a little bit. So hopefully it doesn't fall out of the sky. It actually did just struggle. I didn't want to get it up too high or too far out, so hopefully that footage was okay. But for a mini drone, it actually performed so well. I've got the DJI Mini 4, if you were wondering. That waterfall actually did look quite similar to the other one. The landscape is just unbelievable. So let's check out the last spot and then we're going to loop around, head to the coast, and we'll find somewhere to camp on the beach. I did just find a lookout, so we'll look at this first. I better not lose my hat. I thought I would pop some bathers on because I'd love to sit by a river just for a little while. The sun is so nice. I just want to soak in some of it. So I thought I would go for a bit of a walk up just behind the waterfall because the water's got to come from somewhere. So I'm hoping there's a river just up here. Just as suspected, this could not be any more perfect. I did just book a campground, so it's about 2-ish hours down south. So I'm gonna jump in, get going, and I'll see you guys down there. Guys, my drone just fell out of the sky. And I can see where it is, but I have to walk through all this scrub. And New South Wales has so many snakes. It's like up over there. No! I wonder if it's got a wing taken. Okay, it's got a little bit of damage. Little crack there. But I think it's actually like, oh no, that's fine. It's just folded in. Okay, I think that's a good outcome. I have actually been testing the waters today. It is actually very windy. I was going to video the car driving along this fire trail. But yeah, I was looking out the window as it was just going up, and then I saw it do a flip, like a bit of wind picked it up, and then just saw it crashing straight down. So I'm so glad it didn't hit a tree, and lucky I was watching it because it would have been impossible to find with all that grass. We have made it to Pebbly Beach campground. So camp is all set up and we'll head down to the beach to check it out. We still got a couple more hours of sunlight. So there is actually 2 Pebbly Beach campgrounds in New South Wales. So don't get confused when you're booking it. There's one further up north and one down south, which is where we are here. The one up north is actually a really pretty spot. You get to do a bit of full driving. You full drive along the beach and then also through a crossing as well, a saltwater crossing. So I can link that if you guys did want to check that one out. But this one is also very nice. I have stayed here probably a couple years ago, but the weather was shocking. So I'm really keen to see what it looks like on a blue sunny day. There's so many kangaroos here, it's crazy. And even right on the beach as well. This one actually has a little baby in it. How cool! Someone's made this little beach hut. Ooh, and left a hat. So as you guys know, I am very fortunate to be able to travel throughout the week. So 99.9% of the time I do have campgrounds to myself, but there are 2 different scenarios where that is not quite the case. One is the weekend and the other is school holidays, and it actually is school holidays now. So the campground over there is actually quite busy. So for the rest of tonight, there's no way that I'm just vlogging, talking like normal, because we are sort of crammed quite close together. I'll give you guys a little look. So it'll be a voiceover. I'm actually so glad that I even got a spot, because usually you have to book pretty far in advance because obviously everyone goes away for those 2 occasions. So really happy that I got to spot this beautiful by the beach with the kangaroos, even if there is people around. I know there are a lot of you on here that aren't from Australia, so I don't want to give you guys a bad interpretation of the campgrounds that are around, because usually they are quite spread out and you get a really big area, but this is not the case. And for dinner, I'm thinking stir fry tonight. So we'll go back, cook some dinner, set up a fire and chill out. So here are the ingredients that I'll cut and fry up first. And if I'm honest with you guys, I actually really don't like cooking. Not that everything in life has to be super exciting, but I just find it a very boring, mundane task. So with that being said, I usually like to cook enough for an extra night or even two. And because of that, I just don't feel creative to even try and make new dishes. So if you guys have any dishes that you think I'll like, preferably quick ones, please feel free to comment them below and I'll start making some meals that you guys suggest. I added tofu into the stir fry and then mixed through this satay sauce and served it on rice, and it was actually super delicious. Good morning guys, coffee has been inhaled. I actually had a bit of stress this morning. I thought the coffee machine was broken. Imagine that. I just didn't put the water thing on properly, so crisis averted. I have been thinking, I reckon I'm gonna drive to mum and dad's joint today. It's probably about 8 or 9-ish hours. I'm not too sure, I don't have any service, and I didn't put Starlink on just because there's so many trees around, and it was a great excuse to stay off my phone anyway. But all the campgrounds on the way down there are gonna be so busy, and I've got to be down there next week anyway, so I'll just go down a couple days earlier and spend some time with them. I am dropping the cruiser off at Boss Aluminium to get the final few things done, so I'll show you guys everything after when I pick it up. And while the cruiser is at Boss, I am flying to my favorite place in Australia and probably the world. A lot of you guys have probably guessed, far north Queensland, so it could be some pretty fun epic adventures while I'm up there. Won't say too much just yet. I'll probably actually be there by the time you guys are seeing this episode. So I'll go down, spend some extra time with the fam, but this morning we'll pack up camp, head to the beach one last time, and then I will get going. Look at the ocean through those trees. And now it is time for me to start driving, so I'm going to wrap up this episode here. I actually wasn't even going to make this one just because I knew it would be busy last night, so hopefully that was better than nothing. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.